We have this list. I was thinking maybe Monday morning we could read the names into the record as a way of saying...
As a way of saying what, Rennie?
That whatever we're facing, you know, it's peanuts compared to what these guys...
He's the one who's going to sentence us. The judge gets to decide what we're facing. It is a goddamn trial.
Political trial.
No, we were arrested for... The law doesn't recognize political trials.
No, we weren't arrested. We were chosen.
Oh, we've had enough Halloween movies and TV specials. Now here comes Netflix to take away your bowl of candy and go 1960s on your ass. Written and directed by Aaron Sorkin, The Trial of the Chicago 7 is a courtroom drama about a group of anti-war protesters charged with conspiracy and crossing state lines to incite violence at the 1968 Democratic National Convention. This is certainly a political trial meant to make an example of these various groups that make up the defendants, from Tom Hayden of the New Left to Abby Hoffman of the Youth International Party and Bobby Seale of the Black Panthers. The trial is an uphill battle for all of these defendants. Seale doesn't even have an attorney present, there's jury tamperings, and the judge practically orders a man to be beaten behind closed doors. The dialogue and the editing are all exceptional. The riot isn't shown to us at the beginning of the movie, as the film jumps in quick to the trial, but through its very entertaining editing, it still does a great job of introducing us to these characters. We'll be introduced to one character with lines that perfectly sum up what their role will be, and then you'll have a line which blends into the first line of the next character's introduction. You're almost like a jury member, as a lot of information is given to the jury at the same time as the audience. We'll be seeing flashbacks of the moments before the riots that are spliced in with cross-examination or interviews with the attorneys or speeches given by Hoffman post-riots. If you don't know the story going in, it makes you want to stick around and find out more, as the chemistry between all of these actors, especially the defendants, is so good. It's sometimes like watching a group of arguing siblings.
Are we using this trial to defend ourselves
Against very serious charges that could land us in prison for 10 years? Or are we using it to say a pointless you to the establishment?
You.
That is what I was afraid... Wait, I don't know if you were saying you were answering
I was
the question.
also confused.
Each one of them essentially has the same goal in mind, but with various methods of achieving it. You'll have characters that want to work within the system, and others who straight up want a cultural revolution. And the more straight-laced among them get frustrated when the average person will then associate progress with a group of loud, bumbling idiots. Each actor is given their time to shine, and certainly given their own cinematic courtroom moment. Eddie Redmayne is fantastic as the more stable one in the group, while as Hoffman, at first I was worried that Sacha Baron Cohen in the role, complete with a different accent and wild hair, would make me think, oh no, he's got a time machine for his pranks now. But he's completely believable in this role.
If I'd known it was going to be the first wish of mine that came true, I would have aimed a lot higher.
It's a yes or no question. When you came to Chicago, were you hoping for a confrontation with the police? I'm concerned you have to think about it.
Give me a moment, would you, friend?
It helps Cohen, too, that the movie, while certainly being a courtroom drama, is very, very funny. The opening statement from the prosecutor, played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, has so many interruptions from the judge and the defendants that it's almost like a Marx Brothers routine. Hell, there's moments where they come in costumes just to mess with the judge, like it's the People versus Larry Flynt. The two most standout performances in the film are Mark Rylance as their attorney, William Kunstler, who is trying hard to remain cool at this mockery of a trial. But my favorite in the movie, and my god is he potentially the best villain you'll see this year, is Judge Julius Hoffman, played by Frank Langella. If I had to pick one performance where I want to see a boatload of nominations come award season, it's Langella.
Will you? Representation. Will you be quiet? You have lawyers to speak for you.
No, he doesn't!
This guy is so against the Chicago 7 that he might as well sit amongst the jury and cast his guilty vote right along with them. It's like watching a senile old man somehow being put in charge of this political trial. Sometimes you don't know if he's just gonna have a stroke right on the bench. I love how the movie is a Sorkin courtroom film, but if the evil judge were from a witch trial movie, like he's Christopher Lee's bloody judge. It's an incredibly crowd-pleasing movie. It knows when to have the speeches come in, when to play the big orchestra, and even has a cameo about 90 minutes in. It honestly would have been great seeing this with an audience, since I could see all of those applause moments really working, because it's being done from a writer who knows characters, knows good storytelling, and isn't cynical about it. It's a timely film and you could easily draw parallels with the news, but the movie could be enjoyed in any year, as it mainly lets the situation speak for itself, as opposed to this year's Da 5 Bloods, which just stops and tells you what its point is. I'll give the Trial of the Chicago 7 an A-. At 2 hours and 10 minutes, it felt like a quick sit that always kept me very entertained. We've also got reviews coming up this weekend for A Babysitter's Guide to Monster Hunting and Happy Halloween, Scooby-Doo. See you next time.